Welcome to the KNFB Reader Online School. I'm James Gashel. Grab a seat, grab your reader, let's get started. In this lesson, we're going to provide an overview of the KNFB Reader reading screen. Now, to do that, we have to take a picture with KNFB Reader, so let's start the reader. And let's take a quick picture. We'll just use the point and shoot method here.
Button. Take picture.
Jacobus ten Broeck Library, this unique resource, the only research library on
the library.
Okay, so we've taken a picture and we're now looking at the text of a document. So we're on what's called the reading screen. Actually, the two substantive screens of KNFB Reader, maybe the two most substantive screens of KNFB Reader, are the Take Picture screen and the reading screen. In order to get to the reading screen, you have to first take a picture. Logical, actually, and so now we're on the reading screen. We have icons at the top of the reading screen and icons at the bottom of the reading screen. We'll first of all cover the icons at the top, working our way from the left to the right.
View image associated with document. Page 1 of settings. Back button.
Back. Back is the furthest one to the left, and that would take us back to the Take Picture screen. We don't want to do that right now, so we will not tap on the back button. The next one.
Settings. Button.
And that gets us to the same settings menu that we would get on the Take Picture screen. So the settings menu is available from either screen.
Page 1 of 1.
Page 1 of 1, it just tells us that we took one picture and we have one page displayed.
View image associated with document.
View
button.
image associated with the document means this would be a way of actually looking at the picture that was taken. It wouldn't speak the text from the picture, but you'd simply be able to look at the picture.
Add page to document.
Add page to document, meaning if you had a reason to believe, and let's say the document that I have here has several pages, so if I decided, oh yes, I'm interested in knowing more about this document, I would be able to double tap on Add Page to Document and capture more pages from this same document, or perhaps all the pages of the document. That's Add Page.
Change text recognition.
Change text recognition. Well, the options for text recognition are single column or multiple column. So if the text wasn't being read in a logical order, you might want to try changing the text recognition to single column or alternately multiple column, depending on which one was used the first time. You might also want to change the language if you wanted to read the document, let's say in Spanish, and it had been, you took the picture in English, and for some reason wanted to translate it to Spanish, you could, or read it in Spanish. I don't mean translate it, since it will not do that, but you could read the text with the Spanish OCR.
Add page to document. View images. Add page to change. Save document. Button.
Save document. And that's the next one over from change text recognition. You can, if you double tap on this one, the keyboard comes up and you actually get the chance to save the text in a file that you name. We'll cover all of these in another lesson.
Jacobus ten Broeck Library, this unique resource, the only research library on blindness owned by the blind themselves.
That is the text, the top line of the text of the document. So we've covered all of the icons at the top of the screen. And now we actually can navigate through the text using VoiceOver.
Was established in 2004 and is named for the founding president of the NFB, Jacobus ten Broeck, a distinguished professor at the University of California. A scholar and activist.
I'm reading line by line.
Books and articles that have profoundly influenced constitutional law, social welfare reform, civil rights, disability policy, and the philosophical underpinning of the NFB, the Ten Broeck Library honors his memory by presenting and making available to researchers his personal and.
Okay, so I can set the granularity of the navigation by using the rotor. I'm not going, that's a standard iOS interface, and most of you know you can go by character or by word. So, for example,
Words. Characters.
character.
Cap A. Space. S. C. H. O. L. A.
Okay, said I wasn't going to, and now I am going to. Now let's do words.
Words. Scholar. And. Activist. Dr. Ten Broeck. Published. Books. And.
So you have good navigation control because we have voiceover access to the text. So now I'm going to come to the bottom of the page and show you what you can do with at the bottom of the page, the icons across the bottom.
Previous page. Button.
So if in this case, there is no previous page since we only took one picture as we saw before. So previous page is on the far left.
Previous sentence. Button.
Previous sentence. So you can move sentence by sentence within this document. Double tap on previous sentence and you'll jump to the to the sentence before the one you're currently reading.
Play. Button.
Play, that's your play pause button. If you tap it, it will start to speak the text, and if you tap it again, it will stop. So it's a toggle between play and pause.
Next sentence.
Next sentence skips forward by one sentence, and
Next page.
next page skips forward by another page. And so if you had a multi-page document, you would be going through the text page by page by page.
Document language. Button.
You can change the document language. So if for some reason it is a Spanish document, again, it won't translate the text, but if it is a Spanish document and the reader was set to English, you could set it to Spanish to read it in Spanish.
Speed. Button.
You can change the speaking speed of the text and to a speed that you find compatible. I think I have this set to 15 or 16%, but many people might want to read at a much faster speed.
Speed. Button.
And that's your last option would be the speed setting. So on any of those, you have an interface to change the values involved, and on the reading screen, those are your icons and your options. Reading is really quite simple with KNFB Reader. That's it for now, but please come back and see and hear some of our other lessons about the KNFB Reader here at our online school. KNFB Reader is brought to you through the joint efforts of the National Federation of the Blind in the United States and Sensitech in Belgium. Visit our website, knfbreader.com. Write to us at support@knfbreader.com. Follow us on Twitter at KNFBReader or like us on Facebook. See you online. For KNFB Reader, I'm James Gashel.